Welcome, SATs Geniuses, to question number 20. Now we're getting towards the end of the paper here, but this isn't a particularly difficult question as long as you understand equivalent fractions, decimals and percentages. So the first thing I'm going to do is simplify any fractions. Well, 20 out of 40, they can both divide by 20. You might even notice that straight away as a half. Well, 20 into 20 goes once, and 20 into 40 goes twice, so that's a half. 1/5 and 1/20, they've both got a 1 on the top already, which means they can't be simplified any further. But 3/15, 3 and 15 are both in the 3 times table. 3s into 3 goes once, 3s into 15 goes 5 times, so that's a fifth. 2 100ths, they're both even numbers, so they both can be divided by 2. 2s into 2 goes once, 2s into 100 goes 50 times. Now you might be wondering why I've done this. Well, we're trying to see what each one is as a percentage to see if any of them are equal to 20%. Well, let's start going back to the top, 1/20th. If you imagine one whole chocolate bar, one whole bar would be worth 100%. So 1/20th would be that 100% divided by 20, whereas 1/2 would be 100% divided by 2. 1/5 would be 100% divided by 5. We've also got 1/5 here, so these two are actually the same. That's also going to be 100% divided by 5. And the bottom one is 1/50th, so that would be 100% divided by 50. Now what we're going to do is quickly work through these. So going back to the top, 20s into 1 won't go, but you haven't really used a 1, so carry it, that now makes 10. 20s into 10 won't go either, but you haven't really used a 10, so you carry the 10, that now makes 100. 20s into 100 goes 5 times. So 1/20th is actually 5%. So we definitely do not want to be ticking that one. Now let's try 100% divided by 2. 2s into 1 won't go, but you haven't really used a 1. So you carry the 1 to make 10. 2s into 10 goes 5 times. And 2s into 0 goes 0 times. So that's 50%. Now to be fair, you probably knew that one already. A half, 50%, you should know that already. But that's 50%. It's definitely not 20%, so we're not going to tick that one either. 5s into 1 won't go, but you haven't really used the 1, so you carry the 1 to make 10. 5s into 10 goes twice. 5s into 0 goes 0 times. Now that one does make 20%, so 1/5 is worth 20%, because 100% split into 5, splitting it into fifths means each fifth is 20%. So we are going to definitely tick that one. Now we've already said that 3/15 is equivalent to 1/5, and we've just said that 1/5 is 20%. So this one would also be 20% for the same reason. So we definitely want to be ticking that one. Now the last one, 50s into 100. Well, you can just do that in your head, can't you? How many 50s make 100? It's twice, 2. So 50 into 100 is going to go 2 times, which is going to make it 2%. 1/50th is only worth 2%, so we're not going to tick that one either. So the only ones we're ticking are 1/5 and 3/15, because that's equivalent. They're both worth 20%.